Abusia yebemo bibia kwa ba na abusia Speaker of Parliament Aban Bagbin waba aba kasa fa Mr. Okyere Befi NP for New Dwabin South ni case in hon mekase ni case ne all trances okumbeki ewo akwetia by elections yeko ekokoto ye no na according to Speaker of Parliament Aban Bagbin Okyere say Mr. Okyere Befi apology na o making no unnecessary. It's unacceptable. Enya di omo parliament omo beji atum ende anase ochina na it's better say obe resign earlier the better ebusia ensema Speaker Aban Bagbin apro agu no ensem no ano eden way ama fear and panic etimi agrepo Mr. Okyere Befi ne NPP officials ebusia enye asenkuma min waste time kran me person be me akore akotie ensema ekosi ni binansa na ebe koni so nya like jumedi na me sure so be like share ma foforo so nsa entumi enkabi bedamase.
As a private legal practitioner, Mr. Powers, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Let me also acknowledge the presence of Professor B0ldly. He is the Senior Governance Advisor, African Parliamentary Network. Professor B0ldly, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Please put your video on for us, please. And thank you while you do that. Mr. Powers, just a quick one on this one as well. Because you're talking about Gen Zs and your thinking and the youth and how things are played out in Akuffo. Quickly.
I think largely the political terrain has changed, and I'm sure Musa Dankwa's work is evidently strong on that. And a number of research institutions have also hinted at this. And my position is that, Alfred, election is the measurement of the mood of people at a particular time.
Yes.
So when the last election was held, the mood of the people at Akuffo or in Akuffo were different as compared to what we witnessed some few days away.
True.
So I think largely the incumbency effect played a major role, and we also heard of incidents that had to do with vote buying and other things. I think we need to sanitize our system, to weed out some of these things that undermine the credibility of our electoral processes. So, by and large, I think we should be optimistic and work towards achieving a positive outcome.
Well, you talk about that MP, Musa Dankwa. You're saying that you didn't pay attention to him. You think he wasn't. We shouldn't take him serious when they make these comments. He's an experienced politician. Michael Okyere Befi is no mean a person. He's a member of parliament for the New Dwabin constituency. This is what he said when he was asked a question based on your poll. And there are many who say that we shouldn't accept his apology, Mr. Vento. But then again, he can't just resign like that, can he?
No, look, we need to put things in context. And honestly, unfortunately, we have too many of our politicians who in the heat of the moment say things that they shouldn't say.
What are your thoughts on this? Don't lose it. Let's hear from him. What exactly did he say? Take a look. This is what he said when he spoke to GH1.
That if we lose this election, I'll resign as a member of parliament. I'm telling you, we'll win these elections. We'll win. If we lose these elections, I'll resign as a member of parliament. I'm telling you, we'll win. If we lose this election, I'll resign as a member of parliament. I'm telling you, we'll win these elections. We'll win. If we lose these elections, I'll resign as a member of parliament. I'm telling you, we'll win.
Mr. Vento.
So look, this is what every liar will tell you. It's not enforceable.
It's not enforceable.
It's not enforceable. It is a matter of honor. Look, there are some people, if they tell you, I will do this, they will do it. They will do it. Because it's a matter of honor. I will not credit that level of honor to some of our politicians. And I think we should also take this, with a bit of context. I mean, politicians, I heard many MPP people saying they were going to win this election.
Absolutely.
All right. I have friends on MPP side, NDC side and everything. And I kept telling my MPP friends that, look, if you win, thank God. But the data doesn't show that you are likely to win. In any case, I keep saying, this is not the hill for you to die on. What can kill you is that presidential election process that you are going through. Absolutely. And I think that is where your focus must be. So as for politicians and what they will say, let's just give them some slack on that. But I don't think what Mr. Befi said is enforceable and anybody should hold him to it. If anything at all, what it does is it dents his credibility. Trust me, the next time he says anything, he will be referred to this. Anytime he says, trust me on anything, people will say, the last time you said this, you know, and they will just, you know, brush him off. So it's a dent on his credibility, but I don't think we as a country should, you know, put too much on stuff like that.
Well, Professor Abdullahi, but you, in fact, Mr. Bento made a statement in context that yes, it's an honor. It's a statement of honor, but it's not enforceable. But you say that, yes, he's apologized. That should be enough to slide. Why do you want his head on a chopping board?
Well, first of all, do we even believe what he said? He said he has apologized. Are we sure that he's very genuine about his apology? I think I see it differently. You see, leadership is not a popularity contest. He is the one who stood for elections. And he's a lawmaker and a politically exposed person. If you don't have incontrovertible facts, just like Mr. Danko was saying, you don't go out and say things that you cannot be able to hold yourself up to. I believe it is neither here nor there. It's not because he's a Ghanaian politician. He's a politician. But as a politician, you must always be able to be circumscribed about what you say. You see, Nene, the foot is worse than the mouth. Actually, it's the mouth that is worse than the foot when it slips, because he cannot bring it back. And I think politicians in this our country, it's not only politics, and they can sway people. And at the end of the day, when things do not work out, they tell themselves that, I'm sorry. You are not sorry. You don't mislead people and then come back and say you are sorry. Do we believe you? I will give an example. You know, George Hubert Walker Bush, the late father of the former president of the United States, when he was running for elections, he told Americans that, read my lips, no new taxes. And when he won, he raised taxes and he lost the elections the next time. I think it should be something that our leadership, whether they are politicians or not, when you are going to say stuff, you need to have research, ironclad information to show that whatever you are saying, you can stand on it. So he should resign. He said he wants to resign. He will mark his word. He should resign. We should take him by his word.
Well, would you apply that level of honor? You know, Mr. Bento says that is not one that you really you would apply to politics in Ghana, for that matter. We shouldn't put too much currency on this. There are many other persons who held that view. You know,
no. I disagree. I think when you say politics in Ghana, are you trying to say that we are le dame de la terre? We are people who really must be taken for granted? Is that what Mr. B0ldly is saying? No. Whether politics or not, anytime you say something, you must be held responsible. And he must be held responsible. I don't see why he should not resign. He should. It has nothing to do with whether he's NPP or NDC. Any of the political leadership, when you say something, make sure that you have incontrovertible facts. You have done your research, and you can beat your chest and say, what I'm saying is right. But you just come out and say something in the heat of the moment, and you think that you can get away with it. No, I think we want a better democracy, and it should start with...
You still insist he should resign. But,
yes.
I mean, okay, this should be enforced by who?
Are you trying to say that politics in Ghana is nothing? When people die over things like that, whatever he said, does he know the consequences? Did he think about the consequences?
And so
look at how many policemen you deploy to that place. It's because you know that anything could happen. So look, let's be honest with ourselves. You know, like I said, no one told him to stand for elections. and he's representing the constituency. Besides, he is a lawmaker. Do you mean if the laws Mr. Befi makes and you go against them, should it be thrown away and say, oh, Mr. Befi and his colleagues in parliament are not serious? You know, don't mind this law. Would you agree to that? Think about it. The consequences are also important.
I see. And so, yes, if it has to be enforced, who has to enforce this, really?
Well, I don't know about their standing
orders.
Right? If it is not in their standing orders, it's something that they must introduce. Right now, it's not enforceable. But, you know, there must be something to begin telling people that, listen, in this age, you cannot take people for granted and get away with it. So I don't know. Right now, I don't see any legal way you can enforce that. But
yeah.
If it is not, then I think it should be introduced. But moving forward, I think we should have a code that you don't say anything and get away with it. You should be punished, or at least you should pay some kind of recompense for what you have said. What about? I think also, if you look at what happened in Rwanda, when a radio station called Radio Mille Collines, when their broadcasters went and said, kill all these cockroaches. Are you saying those politicians who said so are not serious? And look at what happened. So the consequences are important. And I think we should be careful, you know, that we don't let our politicians or our leaders or our public figures or politically exposed persons to get away with murder, in my opinion.
Right. Professor Abdullah, I thank you very much for this. And we're rounding up on this. Your stance on this matter, really, whether it's one that we should just, it's not enforceable, we should allow it to go, it's a statement of honor. Professor Abdullah says, look, we must begin to get our politicians to be serious and be held accountable for what they say. But is this one of the examples that we have to hold on to?
Yes, we must hold Honorable Befi accountable. But as to resignation, I'll come to that. So let's get this. After the election, I saw an apology. Have you played the apology?
He said he's sorry.
It's
Yes,
Professor Abdullah aware
yes.
that he apologized.
Yes.
One. And then two, I saw a post somewhere that he says he will not contest the next elections.
We are yet to verify that.
Yeah, so if that one is true, then I think it's sufficient. Because the apology is important. Once he's apologized and he says he will not contest the next elections, I think it's okay. It shows you a forward march, right? Yes, because you see, when it comes to politics, I'm not justifying what is done. But politicians are often known for their U-turns. Very many, yes. Remember, Margaret Thatcher famously once said that the lady is not for turning. So for her, she said no, she would go ahead, notwithstanding that. Yeah, that is that famous saying, the lady is not for turning, right? They compare her Thatcher with Liz Truss, and how many U-turns Liz Truss made, etc. You see, in no time, Liz Truss was out of office, etc. Right? So for me, if he's not contesting the next elections, I think it's a good middle ground.
It's a good middle ground. You don't nothing, no form of accountability whatsoever.
No,
but
so they'll punish him. Voters will punish him.
Fine.
Like
So
the way
the point.
Professor Abdullah is mentioned. You know the George Bush example he gave. Bush, that's Bush 41. Bush 41, that's the Bush senior. He said, oh, when he comes in, read my lips, he would not increase taxes. He entered and then he increased taxes.
Yes.
And then the next one, he was out. Of course, it's debated. That's not the only reason. You know, the Iranian crisis, the hostages in Iran, the Americans who were held there, that was largely to blame. But the read my lips comment to, was also a significant factor.
All right. I thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Drankwa, you have your flowers, and so you hold on to it. And I think across the table, you're respected for what you do, and we thank you so much for coming.
It's my pleasure.
What's going to be the next one?
The next one will be the September-October tracking poll, which will start today online, but the field work will start third week of September.
What are you tracking exactly?
We are tracking the usual governance issues, corruption issues, government performance, and also we'll be delving into the MPP primaries and then the NDC primaries, and potentially starting the head-to-head, who would you vote for in the 2028 elections if it is A against B or C against D?
Oh, interesting stuff.
But has he done something on the Tamale
the Tamale Central? This one is
no.
It's a domestic match.
People, I'm saying, has he done anything?
No,
Internal
that's the primaries is today.
Internal primaries.
Yeah,
No.
has he done nothing? He has not done.
No.
Mr. Danka,
Because I want to know who will win.
Mr. Dangwa, let me speak for you. Let me speak for you.
amongst them.
Okay, Edward, I'm speaking for Mr. Dangwa. Please, he hasn't asked me to speak for him, but
Yeah.
the nature of research is such that you do it for the public like this. You can't go and collect anybody's money.
that's what I wonder.
But where it is an internal NDC issue and you want to know, pay him to do the work for you.
Oh, no.
That's all.
That's all.
That's a total thing.
Pay him to do it for you. Pay him.
He's done his general masters.
Otherwise, it's your business. Pay him to do it
Our
for
private
you.
clients, we have private clients, corporates.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't just do opinion poll. We do other serious research, market research, political research, and we do market survey and other things.
So they fund you for those one, and you do this one for free.
It's a CSR, yes.
Okay. All right. That's good.
That's some good stuff. Well, thank you. Thank you. Dangwa, thank you for coming. Appreciate you. And all the best to you.
Thank you.
Good order. Thank you very much. And so that leads us to our next issue. Musa Dangwa is the director of Global Info Analytics. He's the lead global researcher for Global Info Analytics. And look, somebody's asking when next you're going to do a prediction of what we talked about the other time. It's between the two of us. But thank you so much. But earlier this week, the President, John Dramani Mahama, in accordance with Article 1469 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, removed the Chief Justice, Her Ladyship Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tukono from office with immediate effect. Now, it goes on to say that this follows receipt of the report of the committee constituted under Article 1466 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana to inquire into a petition submitted by a Ghanaian citizen, Daniel Ofori. And the emphasis is on Daniel Ofori's petition. Remember, that's one of three. Now, it follows that after considering the petition and the recommendations thereof and the evidence, the committee found that the grounds of stated misbehavior under Article 1461 had been established and recommended her removal from office. Under Article 1469, which we will see shortly, the President is required to act in accordance with the committee's recommendation. So this is all what the President did, acted in accordance with the committee's recommendation. The chair of this committee, this 5-member committee that was established, Justice Gabriel Scott Poamang, during the presentation of the report to the President, said a few words to respond to some media publications as well about the work of the committee. I want us to take a listen to Justice Gabriel Scott Poamang, and then we'll get into this conversation this morning. This is what he had to say. Take a look at this. Stated misbehavior. This entire process commenced on the 25th of March when the announcement was made of some 3 petitions received by the presidency. In fact, it was this particular letter, this one. Very short one, straight to the point. It says, President Mahama has received 3 petitions from various persons seeking the removal of the Chief Justice. The President has forwarded the 3 petitions to the Council of State to commence the consultation process mandated by Article 146. So this was how it all began. That's at least when we got to know, the 25th of March, 2025. Then the Council of State did their work as expected. And these are the petitioners. Daniel Ofori, Shining Stars, which the former Chief Justice is contesting their legality. This is a case that is running. Ayamga Yakubu. At least what we do know, we counted some 6 suits seeking to challenge this entire removal process, which ended with the warrant issued by the President. At least 6. A number of them are still running, by the way. These are active cases, including the one at the ECOWAS court, which I'll tell you about the development on that ECOWAS court and what the now former Chief Justice is asking the court to do. These are the members of this 5-member committee that heard the petitions against the now former Chief Justice, Justice Gabriel Scott Puaman, Justice Samuel Addo, Daniel Yademelovo, former Auditor General.
All right, Abusia, teachers, when in some course, our political hiring is what you say. A Speaker of Parliament, Bagbin, Wetini, Ababa responded to Mr. Okyere apology na what you say is unacceptable. And Nadia, Omobeja to ende and also China. Omobe yusu Mr. Okyere adana set example. Ama Ochine binum say member of parliament be jina baby man microphone sebi onko ka emo asem ene nkwasi asem sei abusua nsem ekwoso no na ano eden Mr. Okyere man oda onda na so ayehye papa enye asem kuma medum besia na madam asesa maje pini mekutie nsem a ekwoso our political hiring so aha POG Media medam ase.